Hey everybody, Toby Milroy here again, Vice President for AMS, and today I wanted to walk you through an expanded feature in Atlas Martial Arts software that we call block billing. And block billing is essentially the ability to sell like a block of classes for a given amount of money. So for example, if you're teaching yoga or Tai Chi or something like that, and instead of a typical contract term, if instead you choose to sell just a block of classes, a unit of classes, let's say 20 classes or 25 classes or 100 classes, whatever the case might be, you have the ability to do that in Atlas Martial Arts software. And I wanted to walk you through the essential considerations of setting up block billing. So let's just go to the agreement form for a quick second here. We've clicked sign up. So now we're looking at our new agreement form, and I'm going to hit it's a regular agreement, and now I'm going to make a block-based billing agreement. And we have 2 iterations of the block-based billing agreement. Currently, right now, you'll have you can put 1 student per agreement into a block-based billing agreement, and this is so if you have multiple family members, you can assign specific classes to each individual student. In the future, we're also going to have a pool block-based billing agreement where the family can all consume blocks of a pool of classes. But for right now, you can assign those classes to a specific person. So you're going to click block-based billing and walk yourself through the rest of the agreement. So I'm going to, let's say, for example, I'm going to send this agreement to AMS. I'm going to have AMS collect on it, or I'm going to bill it here in school. Let's say in school for today. And let's say hot yoga is going to be my class. And I'm going to just basically fill out the agreement, right? So that's the only difference is you're choosing block-based billing instead of a term-based agreement. That's the flag for knowing that this is a block-based agreement. Now, when you're setting up your block-based classes inside your school setup, this is important. So if I go over here to the school setup area, you'll see this is where I set up my initial ranks, programs, styles, and classes inside of the Atlas Martial Arts software system. And for block billing, this is particularly important. For example, you may have a student who is taking a block-based billing program, but also a course-based billing program. So for example, they might be taking your traditional martial arts lessons, but they're also taking yoga or kickboxing lessons. And when they check in for their kickboxing class, you want that to subtract from their block-based billing agreement. But if they take a regular traditional class, you don't want that to count against their yoga blocks. You want that to count as their ranking in their martial art, right? So it's important that you keep them separate, and it's important that they're set up separately. So I'm going to go a little bit the long way around so you get a good tour of how all this works. But in order to set up block-based classes, you have to set up a style and a rank, a program, and assign all of those classes to the correct program, rank, and style. And I know it's very important that this is set up appropriately so that the system knows when someone is checking into the class, they're choosing which class to check in for so that it's counting their attendance appropriately and it's counting against their block billing appropriately. So the first thing I'm going to do is set up a style and a rank. So let's go to, let's set up a new style, and I'm going to call this style kickbox. Let's see here, kickbox block Toby, just so I can see this apart. I'm working on test data right now, so I don't want to get confused. So I'm going to set up my style called kickbox block Toby, and inside that style, let's go ahead and add some ranks to that. Here's my style. So I'm going to go to edit the style, and I'm going to create a rank called first rank, and maybe I have more ranks in this style. Let's go ahead and add a belt. And let's call this second rank. Okay. And then you can assign how many classes it takes to accomplish that rank and how many weeks. But for now, it's fine. So now in my kickbox program, I have a first rank and a second rank. So, so now I have that set up as a style and a rank. Now I'm going to go back to my school setup area. And I'm going to set up a program as well. And I want to set this program up so that I can easily identify it as I'm setting up agreements as well. So I'm going to add a new program. And let's call this program block billing kickbox Toby. And then I'm going to assign that the right style. And that would be the one that I just set up, which is going to be kickbox block Toby. Monthly fee, I don't really care. Let's put in a 1 it doesn't really matter. I can also set up my custom programs and terms here. Terms and conditions here. So if I want this agreement to have different contract terms, I would put them here. So put your contract terms here. And this basically will be printed on the agreement. And now I have the ability to assign classes, but I haven't set these classes up yet. So I'm going to do that in the next step. So I'm going to go ahead and save this program. And now I'm going to move to classes. And classes are times during the day where you are holding those classes. And those times during the day are very important because when somebody checks in, you want them to be checking into the correct class, right? So some schools have multiple training floors. Sometimes you may have multiple training floors with multiple different types of classes happening at the same time. And Atlas Martial Arts software is smart enough and configurable enough to be able to deal with all those permutations. So let's go ahead and set up a class. Let's see. I'm going to have to make sure I set this up close to today. So this is going to be my Kickbox Toby. This is Saturday. So Saturday class, right? And the style that's assigned to, again, is Kickbox Block Toby. The first day of the class is going to be today. I'm going to make this class start at 10 o'clock tonight. So that's going to be right now. And it's going to end at 10, let's say 10:50. So 10:50. The instructor doesn't really matter. And you can make this a repeating class. You can make it only a one-time class. I'm going to repeat this every 1 week on Saturday. And it will never expire. So I want this to just always be a class. And then if you choose, you can add as many new class times as you want. You could add a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever you want to. You just click this button and add a new class. Now here's the nuance. You have to assign the available program to this class so that when someone's checking in, the agreement is based on their program. So you want to make sure that there's a connection between the class that they're signing into and the agreement that they're on. Makes sense, right? When somebody checks in, you want the credits to be subtracted from their agreement. So you just click that button and it puts it over here to the right. Those are the assigned programs. So now I hit save. So again, it takes basically 3 mechanisms. You have to have a rank and a style. You have to have a program. You have to have a class. And then that person, you connect the program and the class together. And we give you both directions to do it. So you can connect the program to the class while you're setting up the class, or you can connect the class to the program while you're setting up the program. We've kind of given you an escape hatch that you can use it both directions. Okay, so here's an example. I have a person in my system called Jennifer Bell. So I'm going to look up Jennifer here real quick, and you'll see that Jennifer is enrolled in looks like she has 2 programs here, but she's enrolled in the Super Fun NMA First Rank program, and you'll see that she has 23 block class credits remaining. So when she checks in for Super Fun NMA, that's going to subtract 1 from her block class, and that'll be reflected upon her membership. So that's how block billing works.